Now I just need RGB lights, he says. It's just a shame I can't find the remote for these 2 strips that I have already right now, isn't it? Hey guys, welcome back to the show, welcome back to the diary. So yes, I have had a light strip idea in mind for my PC since I first built it. I want a light system that can tell me when something is going wrong with the PC. But that kit is, or at least it was when I last looked, about 40-50 quid. And that's not easy to do. But yeah, I kind of want a light kit that I can plug into my PC that will tell me when my CPU is getting too hot or my graphics card's getting too hot or anything like that. It runs and lights with the health of the PC pretty much. I got a little bit scared the other day because my liquid cooling system, when it was doing its light thing, it looked very dim. The light looked pretty dim. So I was a bit like, what's wrong? What's wrong with it? Is it breaking? But no, looking at it now, it's perfect blue and it's nice and bright. So it's probably just something or nothing. But looking at it, my PC is in need of a clean and my desk is kind of filled with stuff. The screen. Oops. But there is one thing that I did kind of mistake when I put the screen together, and that was that I didn't actually screw it to the stand it has, or screw it to the foot. It's not doing too badly right now, but yeah. I think with it being screwed, it has the suction ability, so it's less likely to topple. It's less likely, I mean, it has the suction ability anyway, but with the screw it's even less likely to topple over because it's more sturdy and less wobbly. But it doesn't wobble quite that much at all anyway. So I don't know. One thing I didn't mention in the video with my new chair, I don't think I mentioned it anyway, but there was one screw that goes into the side of the back that was too short. The machine or the manufacturers working around the machine that fills up the boxes didn't necessarily check whether all the screws were of all the right size, because I ended up with one about this big when I needed one more of about this big. Yeah. But we made it work, we managed, and it's all good. So yeah, that is all of the new kit that I have, and I'm using bits of old kit and everything else to make it look a bit more fancy and a bit more flashy. But the only problem with these ones, and these came off Wish, the wish.com site, and they're actually pretty good for Wish. I mean, some people say Wish is just pathetic, stupid, don't buy from Wish, but to be honest with you, I disagree. The only time I'd agree is if you're buying serious technology. Buying a couple of light strips like this, for the price you're paying, you're going to expect a bit of naffness. Because a lot of the time, these light strips are wholesale light strips. Shut up. These are wholesale light strips, so they're basic at best, and they, as you can see, they're not like professionally put together. I mean, it's just a strip of circuit boards with a light attached on. It's kind of all it is, really. Whereas most would be a proper little, there would be a proper little raised bulb on there with the circuit stuff underneath. But I just don't know where I kind of want to put them. But it's also the fact that because they're so old, if I press my finger on the sticky, it sort of sticks to me, but it won't stick to anything else. I'll try and stick it to my desk, it'll peel up, or it'll fall off, even though it sticks to me in certain places. So most of the sticky's coming off. So I'd have to tape it down, and I kind of don't really want to use stick tape. I mean, I could probably use wire tape, but wire tape on metal with a PC kit, with a PC case. Last time I tried doing something like that, it didn't stick very well. No, these things are just old. They still work, it's just I don't know when the remote's gone. The biggest problem that I had with these when I got them was that somebody didn't check the package that was going out. Because one of them, came with a broken controller, remote control. The battery pack, and it's just undone itself like a butthole. The battery pack slot thing that you put the little, or the round battery inside, battery casing, as we would say, was broken. So you couldn't close it to keep the battery in there. So it was like, oh, great. Thanks for that. So I've only got one working controller. And if I want them both going, the second I try and change something on one of them, the other one changes. But no, I do have other ones as well. I've got the press-on, the anything else lights, and then you can push them on as well. It's just keeping the batteries for those. Not to mention, those lights are in the Harry Potter case cupboard, and I don't know whether I want to move them elsewhere or not. I might move one elsewhere and keep that one in, but since they were only like £2 for two, or £5 for two, I think it was actually, I might just grab another set and put those somewhere around the desk and around the room. I'm thinking, if I'm gonna do that, probably putting one over there by the bed. Now, I have a lava lamp, but the biggest problem with lava lamps is they tend to go pop and short circuit their fuse if left on for too long. And I like to watch the lava lamp bubble before I go to sleep. Now, I know that if it's hot enough, I can turn it off and I can still watch it bubble before I go to sleep, but for the most part I tend to turn it off a bit early, and it stops bubbling by the time I'm getting tired, and I need it to still be bubbling by the time I'm getting sleepy, because it's the continuous bubbling that can help. So it's irritating trying to keep it at the right level for it and not short circuit and pop all my stuff. Because last time it did that was Christmas Eve. We were trying to go to sleep and we were watching it bubble and everything else. But it kind of didn't really work, and it kind of popped, as it were. The fuse went, and we were freaking out that everything that was plugged into the extension cable at the time had been short-circuited and broken as well. So I had my PC, my laptop, my PS4 at the time as well, and it was like, no, my stuff. But thankfully, luckily, it was only the lava lamp that had gone and everything else. So changing fuses, while easy as it is, it's irritating to do because you got to find the right one, and the plug's all weird, and it's just like, ugh. But it's also the thing of doing it in general. Changing fuses is just finicky. It's like, why can't these things last forever? But no, that's it for me today, guys, I'm afraid, because it's getting late and I need to get this up and I don't want it to be too long because otherwise it won't go up properly or in time. So I'm gonna leave it here, but yes, lights will be happening soon, hopefully. If I can grab the money together for the other lights, then those will go around as well, and if I can find the remotes for those light strips. But no, that's it for me today, guys. I'll leave it tomorrow. That's it for me today, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. See ya.
Put a little bit of shit, put a little bit of shit, put a little bit of shit, get a little bit of gasoline. Welcome to another crime scene. Get a little bit of gasoline. Welcome to another crime scene.